Good morning, friends. I'm looking at our weekly academic calendar, and it's asking me to look back at page 223 about informational text. We know that informational text is nonfiction because we're learning something new. Let's take a look. Purpose: to explain a topic or give facts, details about people, places, events, or ideas. So in this story we're going to be reading today, we're learning about plants and how to keep them alive. Text structures: chronological order. Do you remember when we read from seed to fruit, where you put the seeds in the ground and then it sprouts, and then it starts with flowers, and then the pumpkin turns green, and then we finally have our completed pumpkin. That's chronological order. Description tells details about a topic to explain it. So if you notice here, there are bolded words at the top, and the details underneath it are going to be all about the bolded topic at the top. A cause and effect tells what happens and why it happens. So if we water too much, sometimes our plants can die. So cause, you watered too much. Effect, your plant ends up dying. Problem and solution, also known as, from last week, conflict and resolution. Explains a problem and shows how it is solved. All right, so information, we're learning something new. Yesterday we did our vocabulary words. Today we're going to be reading from pages 225 to 235. So let's go ahead and get started. A Green Kid's Guide to Watering Plants. This story is written by Richard Lay, illustrated by Lauren Zarin. And there are 3 kids there already fixing their garden. Are you ready to plant? Gardeners are people who grow plants. Being green means learning how to live on earth without hurting it. You have been working hard to be a green gardener. You've built your raised beds and made compost. These are raised beds right here, so you don't have to plant your vegetables in the ground. And made compost, and you fertilized your soil. Now it is time to plant and water your fruits and vegetables. Green gardeners understand that plants need water, but they do not waste it. Green gardeners learn how to arrange their plants to conserve water. Conserve means to not waste. So I'm thinking about what I'd like to plant in my garden. I know I love carrots and strawberries and lettuce. I think those would be the 3 things that I would start out if I was a gardener. Let's see what these kids decide to plant. Ooh, before we actually plant things, we have to study. If we study, we'll know what grows best where. Let's get started. A green gardener learns about plants before planting them. Different plants have different needs. Some plants need a lot of water to grow. Others need little water. We know a little bit about this from the rose that Esme bought Miss Clower for Valentine's Day. It said, touch the soil and see if it's moist. Do we remember that? And my bamboo that I had, it needed a lot of water every day. So different types of plants need different types of things. A green gardener also learns about the weather where he or she lives. Some places get a lot of rain. Others get little rain and lots of sun. Oh, I'm making a connection to our past story when Erica and her family went to Arizona. Arizona was dry, not very much rain. Some areas have soil that won't grow certain plants. A green gardener grows only what is best for his or her area. Study what will grow best in your area. Then make a list of what plants to put in your raised bed. So you have to do your research first before you decide what to plant. Where to plant? Since this is information, this is going to be all where to plant. I'm guessing it's going to be in this raised bed here. When you were studying, you probably noticed that plants need different amounts of water. Plants that grow on vines, such as cucumbers, need less water. Other plants, like beans, need more water. A green gardener can conserve water by planting in groups. Grow vegetables with vines together. Grow beans in another part of the garden. You will not waste water on plants that may not need it. Another way to conserve water is to grow plants in squares instead of rows. When the plants are older, their leaves touch each other. This makes a covering over the bed and reduces evaporation. Evaporation is where the sun beats down on the dirt and causes the water to go back up into the sky. I think you've learned about that with Miss Hanson. It's time to plant. To plant seeds or seedlings, first smooth the soil with a rake. A rake is kind of like a fork that helps you dig into the dirt. Remove any rocks, sticks, or trash. Cover the soil with compost, then water it to make it moist, but not soggy. There's that word that Miss Clower talked about from Esme's Roses, moist. I'm on paragraph 11 at the top of page 233. To plant seeds, take a small stick and make rows. Make holes the right depth for the seeds. Larger seeds should be down about 1 inch or 3 centimeters. Smaller seeds should stay at the top of the soil. It is best to put 2 or more seeds in each hole. I did not know that. Maybe that's why some of my garden things don't grow, because I only put 1 seed in each hole. Interesting. That way you can be sure to get plants in every hole. Finally, after planting the seeds or seedlings, check the soil. Do not let it dry out. Green gardeners keep soil moist. Ooh, after the seed is planted, a few weeks later, guess what happens? Are they thirsty? Your seeds are planted and shoots are coming up. A green gardener checks the soil every day to see if the plants need water. Plants use their roots to drink. Roots have little hairs that take water from the ground. Then the water is sent to the rest of the plant. So they get water from down here in the roots, in the dirt, and the water gets sent up. So plants can get water that is underground. Some gardeners use too much water. They waste it. This is a problem. Our planet has little water to use for people and plants. Green gardeners understand that plants need water, but they do not waste it. Green gardeners conserve water. Ooh, this makes me excited. I wish I could show y'all my plants. Maybe I'll come back with some pictures to show y'all some of my plants that I just recently got. Because I'm conserving water, and I did my research to find out what plants grow best here inside my house.